Do you drink? If you answered yes to that question, you need to listen up. Several very smart PhD scientists over at our show sponsor, ZBiotics, developed an incredible pre-alcohol probiotic drink that you take before drinking alcohol. That's right, before you drink. The toxic byproducts of alcohol are what make you feel bad the next morning. This is the real problem, not dehydration. So ZBiotics developed a genetically engineered probiotic drink to break down these alcohol byproducts, helping you feel better when you wake up the next day. I've shared these with several friends and family members who drink alcohol, and they've all gave me rave reviews. This is real science that works. No random plant extracts. No off-the-shelf ingredients. Just drink one ZBiotic before you start drinking. It works throughout the night, so you have more spring in your step the next day. Guys, it's that simple. ZBiotics comes in packs of 3, 6, 12, 50, or 100. You can save 15% today at zbiotics.com/Chael, or just click on the link in the description below. Be sure to use the code Chael at checkout to get this special offer. Bottom Ramen went and weighed in. Now, today, being Friday, is the day that he was supposed to weigh in to fight Jake Paul. The whole fight is off because of Ramen's weight. Now, Ramen, per the contract, was to weigh 200 pounds. Per the Athletic Commission, after Ramen was 216 a week ago, per the Athletic Commission, they would only sanction this fight if it was moved to 205 pounds. Okay. So at one point in time, Ramen was to do 200 pounds. An argued solution by the governing body was to move it to 205. Ramen weighed in today at 206.6. Now, you do understand he's in violation of not only the contract, but even of the suggested remedy for the contract. He's violated both of them. He elected to do this weigh-in, which means from the time the fight was scrapped last week when he weighed 216 to today, he lost 10 pounds. He's still in violation. So why did he weigh in? Now, why do I keep talking about it? Why do I keep going back to this? I think from the lack of understanding from you guys, I think that creates a frustration with me. But I think I'm also a little bit pissed off at Ramen. Daniel Cormier, in front of the world, broadcast live on ESPN and only inches away from the executive director, cheated the scale. Ramen didn't have an ability to cheat or even attempt a week ago when he submitted his weight at 216, thus getting the fight scrapped. I mean, could you imagine if he pulled this today? Ticket sales pick up, the buzz picks up. I mean, that's what happened on Fight Week. Maybe Levitar does something. Maybe Rome covers it. Maybe ESPN breaks him in. We'll never know. We'll never know. But imagine today, you got this beautiful night of business coming tomorrow. You got all these athletes that weighed in, which means they have fulfilled show. That's a catch. And if you ask fellow promoters, they're going to tell you I'm wrong. They're going to tell you I'm wrong because they don't want you to know that I'm right. As soon as somebody weighs in, they have now shown. So because Ramen would have been last or second to last, the entire card would be done and would be owed. They would have gone on with it. That's all I'm attempting to say. Even if Ramen came in today in violation, they would have gone on with it unless there was a discrepancy with the 10% rule in New York might have canceled it. The show would have happened. Ramen, who weighed in on what's known as a doctor scale. It is amongst the crappiest and lousiest scales that there are. It is also the easiest scale to manipulate. You could manipulate it right on video. All you do before you turn the camera on is roll up a ball of tape and put it under the left square of the scale. I mean, just by example. There's a lot of things that could be. When a guy doesn't respect his career enough to cheat the system, I got to tell you, I got to look down on a guy like that. When a guy doesn't value his career enough to stick a needle in his ass in the privacy of his own home every now and again, I got to look down on a guy like that. Now, I do appreciate one thing that Ramen has and one thing that Ramen has shown, okay? He is a quality that I look for in a person. He's shady. He's a little bit shady. I do appreciate that. But the fact that he violated a contract, got $1 million payday scrapped, decided he was going to prove a point, filmed said point, realized that it failed, realized that he violated not just the agreement that was signed, also the proposed remedy, and still put it out for the world to see. That's weird. That's really weird. Look at me, I lost, but I only lost by 1.6 pounds. Huh? And those are, you ever see a weigh-in, guys? You'll see a weigh-in with executive directors that know that the cameras are rolling, and they get bit by the bug like anybody. I mean, fame is a drug to the highest levels. And if you think you can get your name out there or some notoriety or somebody's going to see you, even if it's your mom in the back that just happens to know and they're looking for you, when they know they're on camera, they'll go and do a weigh-in and they'll move it. They'll move the scale until they have it just right. This guy weighed in at 134 2/4 pounds. That's not the way weigh-ins work. It's pass-fail. If the weigh-in is for 205 pounds, you put it at 205, you hold it up, the athlete gets on, you remove your hand. If it drops, he made weight and you move on. No one needs to know what he weighs. There is no rule, there is no jurisdiction, there is no any reason at all to know what a guy weighs. Is the guy weigh less than? That's the rule, and you'll see that in a lot of jurisdictions too. You ever see Mark Ratner do a weigh-in? He'll exactly what I just said. The most respected guy in the history of the business will do exactly what I just said. All the other guys that want to be on camera, they'll move the scale. They'll want to know exactly what the guy weighs. It's just weird. It's just a weird thing to do. And for Rahman to control the tape, to see that he missed, this wasn't live. We've seen it live before. Something called Instagram Live, possibly called Facebook Live, but Tony Ferguson did it. He did it live. The night that he weighed in for the fight that was canceled, UFC 246, he did it live. He didn't know what he was going to weigh. It was the first time on the scale. Boom, he happened to make it. Rahman filmed this. So he realizes that he failed. He took 10 pounds off for reasons that I don't understand. He then failed. And he still put the video out. That's weird.